I'm Glenn Johnson. I've been refereeing in the Canadian Football League for 22 years now. I've worked a couple of different positions. I was a field judge for the first 7 or 8 years, and I've been head referee since then. Pretty fortunate. My father refereed in the CFL as well for about 15 years. Paved the road for me, if you will. To do this job, you have to have a whole lot of support from a lot of people around you. Particularly my wife has been incredibly supportive. We delayed getting married because I had a football game, so I still thank her for that. So on a full-time basis, I'm a partner in a software company. We build custom software applications based here in Toronto. We spend a lot of time prepping throughout the week, a lot of time away on weekends, traveling. So a typical game day for us, if it's a night game, we're up early, we're having breakfast 8:30. We're like any other team. And again, I think fans may not know that, but the 7 of us, we travel together, we eat together. We spend a fair bit of time together. We get to know each other, we get to know each other's families. We become a pretty tight-knit group. We have Ron Barse, who's our head linesman out of Regina. Ben Major is the umpire in our crew. Ben's out of Montreal. Justin McInnes, our line judge out of Edmonton. Out of Vancouver, Dave Hawkshaw is our side judge. Jocelyn Paul is our back judge out of Quebec City. Down the middle in the back, very long-time friend of mine. Trust him immensely. Daryl Barron out of Edmonton. We then roll into a team meeting around 9:30 where we go through previous week's games, mechanics. The league office prepares a film every week for us. It's about a half an hour, 40 minutes long. All right, guys, welcome to week 8. We'll start the meeting as we always do, watching the video. See what the evaluators have for us to focus on.
Good morning, gentlemen. This will your pre-game preparatory video. The line of scrimmage official, who is primary on the play, appears to be ruling a completed pass, and the downfield official is coming in and signals that the ball is incomplete. Unfortunately, the line of scrimmage official who gave up on his call was correct.
The real message here is, let's make sure we get together and chat before we signal.
Yeah, I should have had more talks with Adelmo in regards to that play. Just a learning experience,
Yeah,
So,
and we have these sideline communications, and I saw it in a game earlier in Montreal as well too. And it's just other guys
move
come in.
infield.
Let's move it infield.
So now you're going to pick it up,
I have the ball carrier.
and now
If
you've
That's
got to
my
have
call.
that. That's your call alone, I think.
I'm not trying to make excuses because ultimately, we didn't get this. But
You've got to stick to our mechanics.
so how do we get this then as a crew? How do we get this?
Line of scrimmage guy's got to
yeah,
do that.
I'm thinking
His
the line of
guy-
scrimmage.
it's gotta be like-
This guy's
These
free.
guys free. He's
That's
coming
what I'm
back. He's got to
thinking
come
too.
back to that.
In this situation here, I don't think I'll ever be in a situation where I'll see the whole thing from beginning to end. Because if I do, it means I'm not looking at what I should be looking.
Your
right?
primary line play.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But your gut tells you that something's wrong here. The running back's on the ground, the quarterback's sort of looking that way, and then you add up all the elements of the puzzle and you're saying, holy moly, this looks bad, right?
That's why we abolished the death penalty, Ben. You can't kill an innocent man. And that's fundamentally the principle we've got to stick to. If you don't know the whole thing, you can't use your gut. Then we spend about an hour going through the teams and the players, we get to know them over time and just ensure that we're ready for the kind of play that we think will come today.
Getzlaff has been there before. Dressler's obviously their guy, right?
That Ephraim Hill had a big game last week.
Yeah.
Number 80, so might see him.
I don't think there's any change from
Well, Boyd's back. And again, just reminded us, both these teams have turned over the ball a fair bit. So we've got to be really diligent about letting it play out, taking our time, and making sure that we've got the right ruling. Okay, anything else for today?
Let's run our usual.
Yeah, do our usual good job, guys. And let's be ready to go. That meeting takes a couple hours. We'll go for our pregame meal around 1:30-ish or so. And then we're at the ballpark an hour and a half before kickoff. the stadium. We start our pregame prep down there. We prepare all the footballs. Make sure the support crew, the yardstick guys, are all prepared and ready. And then I go out with my umpire and meet with the coaches 45 minutes prior to kickoff. And that's where the coaches can talk to us about tendencies, special plays they might try and run today to try not to surprise us, so we don't, blow a quick whistle or some kind of misdirection going on that we're not aware of.
Running any special plays, special formations, you can make us
Us knowing that kind of stuff helps them actually.
All right, guys. All right. Thanks. Have a good
And then after that, we just go back and have a little, 5-10 minute crew meeting.
Just be on top of them. Be on top of them.
Let's go to work, man. Go, start. Mark your baby. Let's go, boys. Come on, let's be great today. Let's go. Step up, man. Be sharp, man. Hey, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Right there. Let's go.
It's a free football. It is Argo football.
I don't have it going forward. Did it go forward? Fumble. I had it as a fumble. Did it go forward?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, forward.
Yeah.
The ball came forward. Yeah, I didn't have it. I didn't know how it goes, so I had to go. Yeah.
Yeah, post-game, there's a meeting. There's a game day observer from the CFL that's there watching us. We'll sit down with him for about half an hour and go through the list of plays. He may have questions about, why did you call this? Or, did you guys see this and decide not to call it?
Durant goes back.
Oh, that one? Oh, yeah. No, yeah, I saw the ball coming, flipping out forward to me.
They can challenge if they want. Toronto ball.
Our referee tonight is Glenn Johnson, and it will be Toronto football.
Through the lateral and therefore a fumble.
Jake was surprised that they didn't challenge it.
Yeah, I thought it
just to
came
have a look
forward,
at it. But no, the ruling was completely correct.
Okay.
Lemon with time. Here's the rush now. Avoids one. Here comes another.
Ball's gone. Good job.
Throws it up in the end zone. Jump ball. And there's a penalty flag on the field.
Pass interference. Saskatchewan 27 in the end zone.
It was contact. They were both kind of hand fighting, trying to keep one another away or whatever, and then basically the guy just latched onto his arm when interfered.
Okay, in the end zone?
In the end zone.
Okay, so we're going to the 1. Pass interference. Saskatchewan, number 27. In goal. First down on the 1-yard line. Yeah.
Two guys are fighting for the ball. He calls PI on us. That's ridiculous.
Okay, I'm not
reward him for bull play.
I want you to look at it on TV, because TV has an ISO on it. I didn't see the arm clamp down. If that's what you called, that's what you saw, that's fine. But just have a look at it.
Hand-to-hand battle, but the right hand of Nick Graham was latched onto the arm of Brandon Rudeau.
Our guys got just as much right to get the ball as their guy did.
Yep.
That's ridiculous.
Okay, I'll talk to him.
He was just frustrated. He wasn't abusive.
Okay.
He was just angry about something. Guy vented, then he was fine, and I moved on.
Durant, here's the rush. Ronald Flemings comes, but from Hill, did he make the catch?
What do we got?
Why is he up there? Jim Barker just threw a yellow challenge flag.
Yes, sir. Okay. Hello? I can hear you, Jake. Oh, okay. It was the same thing, though. Okay. All right, so we're good. It's third down. Okay, thanks. That's good. After review, the ruling on the field stands. It was a catch. It's third down. Catch, so we're on a go. Yeah.
We're over there.
Yeah.
It's third and short.
Okay, beautiful. Here we go.
100-yard line for Durant. In trouble. And it's tossed away. Penalty flag thrown at the 25.
It's behind the line of scrimmage, though.
He's in my press.
Doesn't matter. You're trying to get rid of that thing. Okay?
The intentional grounding on Durant. Nice and clean and neat.
We're going to go second down right here.
Now look at Ronnie.
Looked up. Gave you that.
Ronnie gave you that and you threw your flag.
Intentional grounding. Saskatchewan, number 4. Ball did not cross the line of scrimmage. Second down.
Our evaluation process is very intense. I think the average fan would be very shocked at how much scrutiny we're under. What other job, everything you do, every time you're out there gets evaluated. Not a lot of jobs like that. It's funny, as an official, people always say to me, why do you do this? You go out there and you get yelled at and screamed at. And, every Friday night, 500,000 people hate you. And, I don't think of it that way. We've got great fans in the league. And you know what? They buy a ticket. They pay their money to watch. They have an opinion. One week they'll say, Johnson's the worst referee in the league. And then the next week they'll say, Johnson's the greatest referee in the league and want to make me a saint. And neither of those things are true. My job is to not be swayed by that. My job is to make sure we're playing fair, we're following the rules. But I love the passion that the fans have for the Canadian Football League. It keeps me going, and I'm going to keep doing this as long as I can and as long as I stay healthy.